Yeah, dude. I think we're rolling.
Are we? Jesus Christ, that was fast.
Right, dude?
Are we
It's
done?
been
Are we done
while.
yet?
It's been a fucking minute, dude.
I mean, technically, it's been more than a minute, man. A few thousand.
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah, easily.
It's hard to believe. Do you want this thing on or no?
This?
No.
No.
Be right, back in the building. Not just back in the building, but everybody's back in the building, man. This is
We
crazy.
got Ian here, man. What's up,
Ian
Ian?
on Co.
Hello?
Ian on Co. You know.
Hey. Salute.
Cheers to season 2. Thanks for
Season
kicking it
2,
off here.
man.
We'll
Oh,
call it
yeah.
season 2. I guess we'll have to just like start off by kind of answering some questions. Where the fuck have I been? Where has the show been?
Yeah. Because
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
wondering the same thing. I'm not
Everybody's
gonna
been
lie.
asking. A lot of people, obviously not everybody, but like so many different people. And to all those people asking, thank you, because it kind of puts a fire under my ass about it. And really, it's kind of like it came to me first. Well, let's go through the sequence. Summertime came.
And
went like the breeze,
as it does,
like the
as
fucking
it does,
breeze,
man.
dude. Because last summer we had the whole summer off,
Right, yeah,
and that was
yeah.
the real kicker. And then this summer, I got really deep into archery, and that's kind of what I've been doing until now.
In Rocket League also.
And
Let's-
Rocket
let's-
League
let's-
also.
let's-
Literally, the people in this room have been my social
See,
group.
that's why when you invited me on, like, I'm like, what am I gonna talk about? Because I talk to you guys Monday through Sunday,
Yeah.
every night. So I'm like, dude, I have nothing to tell you.
Right. That's literally been it, man. And I actually really enjoy playing Rocket League. Rocket League's
hell
the
yeah.
bomb. If
Yeah,
anybody's wondering
hashtag
out
Rocket League new sponsor.
there. Yeah. And Ian, when you're talking into this thing, make sure it's like this close to your mouth.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you gotta deep throat it a little
Yeah.
bit.
Just
a tip.
pull it in and angle it. Manhandle that thing, man. You know how to
Yeah, I
work
know
one of
how to
those.
work.
You know your way around one of those fucking things.
Within 5 minutes, Ian's gonna have his guitar out, just blasting us out of the way.
Classic Ian. He's gonna start playing the guitar. That would be sweet if you had your guitar.
Dude, right?
This was not planned. For
This was a
fire.
dope summer. So let's go through everything really quick because I think everybody deserves to know, whoever's listening, yada yada. I took the summer off. It gets hot and it's not air conditioned in here without the unit, and the unit's a real pain in the ass to work around audio wise.
Oh,
I have
yeah, that
I have
makes
one of those
sense.
ones that sticks here and it has the elephant nose that goes out the window type deal.
Oh, no
It's in
shit.
there. It's really a piece of crap. Not worth the money if anybody's thinking about buying one like that. And for those of you who have been on the podcast, you know kind of it works, but only when it's on. And when it's on, it's constantly making noise. And I just took a step away, like a creative step back. I think it's a healthy thing to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta look back and you gotta see where you want to go with it.
Right. I
You know
felt
what
deeply
mean?
in love with doing this, and my biggest fear, like with all things, is when I get into something, my biggest fear is losing touch with it and not wanting to do it anymore. And that's kind of an element of what happened. I'm not going to say there was any strategy to what I did. I just decided to stop because I mean, deep down, I think what it was, if I was to analyze myself, it's just I wanted to really want to do it again. And at the time, I didn't, like for, the summer. And the summer was, with working this summer and not having worked last summer because of the pandemic, it was like I feel like I didn't really have any time, so I was very limited. And
Well, yeah, you don't want this to be a second job. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
it,
yeah.
dude. You just hit the nail on the
Yeah,
head.
like you
so
want
hard.
it to be something. I do this in my free time because I enjoy it.
And
You enjoy the guests.
Yes.
You enjoy putting out information to others. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Things like,
dude.
so I listened to your podcast as a fan for the longest time until you invited me on as a guest the first time. You know what
now
I mean?
he's
It
a
was-
fucking superstar.
Yeah, right, dude. My oldest daughter was
Can't
like,
go
Dad,
outside
listen,
without a
dude,
pen.
Literally, she's like, Dad, this is your second episode. You're gonna be famous. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't
Summer,
know.
chill out.
I don't know about that, man. But
Yeah, don't get your hopes up.
My family right now.
Yeah.
Please leave me alone.
Yeah, Christmas is still gonna suck.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm just kidding.
Like
kidding.
summer, it's gonna be cool.
If there's
I
anybody I
promise.
know who fucking goes all out for its kids, is Brian. Our joke is, Brian's probably getting his kid's birthday party ready for him, like literally right after.
Dude, no,
Every
'cause
time.
it took me how many months of redoing the lawn,
Yeah.
the deck, the kitchen, the living room, just everything, and it's always like, dude, like my daughter's birthday's coming up.
Yeah, that's what we would always say. He goes, Brian's kid's probably having a birthday. That's why he's not online
Time
right now.
this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Bring that thing in closer. Here,
Come
I'll turn.
closer?
Yeah, you want to use it like a microphone. You're obviously not a singer.
I am not.
He's a guitar. He's a lead guitarist. Everybody. So yeah, just recapping the summer. So I
Mhm.
took the time off. Dude, you hit the nail so hard on the head. I was feeling like it was a job.
Yeah.
Because I did, a new episode every Thursday, which I'm going to still try to uphold. I'm going to try to do one, and I have another really, really big announcement too. But let me just keep going here. What was I going with that thought? The summer, really
Yeah.
big summer, and took the time off. I didn't want it to be a job because it was getting to the point where I was just like brain dead because of it, and I'm nervous in here, and I don't like that feeling. So every time I would come in here for an episode, I
Mhm.
would be camera shy and nervous, and I feel
Well, because it was
I
something.
feel better
it was.
about it
It
now.
became something that all week long you were not dreading in a sense.
Yeah.
But that was weighing on you. Okay, this Thursday I have to do this, and
yeah,
this.
exactly. So I had to
That
shoot
it
it
wasn't.
over the
It
weekend.
wasn't something you could just come in, do,
Right.
had fun with it, and it was just a side gig.
Yes.
It became something that was weighing on you more than your daily life.
Yeah,
You know,
and,
I get
and then
that.
the stresses of work. Work's not easy for me, with the conditions that I kind of work with. So that makes it also.
Oh yeah, I mean, how COVID
discouraging.
had to affect you
Yeah,
heavily.
big time, big
you know
time.
what I mean?
From
And
a
still,
social
and still to this,
yes,
you're still dealing with all that,
dude, absolutely. In a social way more than anything, and that makes
Yeah.
it tough. So sometimes you just don't feel yourself, and this isn't exactly something you do unless you really feel yourself. Because the thing is,
Mhm.
you really. I mean, I produce the show, so I listen to myself again, and that's humbling as fuck. Like listening to yourself talk and cast
Oh,
opinions.
did I watch my first episode? Probably like
It's impossible. Nobody.
14 times.
You can't. Oh, really? Did you watch the whole
Oh,
thing?
yeah, dude. As soon as
You're
it
crazy.
aired, that day I went home, put it up on the big screen in my living room, and I sat there. My oldest daughter watched with me. My mom watched it at her house.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like this is insane. But I was like listening to myself speak. I was like, this is fucking weird.
Yes,
man.
dude, it's
This
awful.
is-
It's the
this
worst.
is
It's the
weird.
worst. And I've heard Joe Rogan say he's never watched one of his episodes.
Well, he's got one up on me then.
You know what I
Good
mean?
job,
That's
Joe
what I'm saying. Like,
Rogan.
well, I've never watched one of mine in full. The only reason I see mine, if
It's
I had
'cause you're editing
if
it,
I had a
yeah.
producer, I would never watch him. I can't stand it. I
No
can't stand
shit,
watching
really?
myself.
So I feel,
have an
I
opinion.
think I'm the opposite.
It's
I
weird.
I feel like there are always things that I'm so critiquing myself constantly, like it's like pure anxiety ridden.
Yeah.
That I had to watch it, and it was anxiety inducing watching myself.
Dude,
So
it is.
I'm like, fuck, why?
humbling.
Why do I sound like that? You know what I mean? It's
Dude.
like, dude, like,
I was
why
watching
does anybody
it
talk to
online,
me?
And I was like, oh god, I'm so stupid.
No, dude, your episode kicked ass, man. It
Yeah,
did.
no, yours is good.
Yeah.
I actually he actually said to me way before you were on the show, I think.
Mhm.
Just out of the blue, he said that was the best episode
Yeah,
yet. I
yeah,
mean,
no,
we went
legit.
deep on some cool
Looks
stuff.
like I knew Ian before
we talked about
I knew,
religion,
I knew
that's
you.
always
You know what
cool.
I mean?
Yeah.
So like when I saw Ian on there, I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" Just seeing him like in the limelight, hearing what he's up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was wicked cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude, yeah.
Then when you invited me on, I was like, "What the fuck am I doing here,
Bro,
man?"
well, you're good at dude.
Again.
It's locals
why the
only.
fuck am
This
I
is
here,
going to become
man?
more and more of a show. I actually am going to start having more people from Palmer on.
Yeah.
Like just I'm going to reach out to your stepbrother.
Nice.
Oh God, no, dude!
Yeah,
Please,
I
no.
gotta have him on, dude. If there's anybody who can really surmise Palmer,
Yeah,
it's
Definitely
him.
dude. Okay, he
has
can
a
surmise
personality.
Western
Yeah.
Mass in a whole.
Yeah, dude.
Just as he's like
He's
he
like a
is-
mascot.
dude.
He's
Yeah,
a
exactly.
mascot.
He's an idol
We're-
for Western Mass.
Shout out
like,
to
right here.
Kevin Duffy.
Can we get like a 3D printed version of Duffy?
Yeah,
Put
yeah,
it right
like
there?
a bobblehead right here next to Bob Ross.
Right. He deserves that title.
That
man.
kind of accolade. Right
Duffy
up there.
gets deserves. And
He's
it's Bob
well.
Ross.
It's either hot or cold with him. Some people hate him. Some people love him. But I'm looking forward to talking with him.
I mean,
as
I've
well.
always loved him, and I've hated him at times.
Yeah.
But god damn it, he holds true to himself.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
give him
That's
respect for
that's
that.
for sure.
And how many times he's got his jaw broken?
Yeah,
The dude doesn't quit talking
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. I
and
can't wait to get to the
respect
bottom
that.
of that shit.
I respect that, man.
Every single time, you're like, I'm in jail, my jaw's broken or something.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm
And
like,
then-
what
but, he
the
is,
fuck?
but he's still being him.
And me being on the outside, kind of in the same position you are, like, I've only seen him in a good light, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah. Oh no, dude. I've had some encounters with him,
Yeah.
like good encounters. You know,
Yeah.
like he'd be down and out, he'd crash at my mom's place with me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For a few nights, and we were good friends.
Yeah.
And me being a friend, I'd get his shit talked about.
Okay.
You know, and I was like, dude, hey, he's a good dude to me.
Yeah.
I can't judge somebody for what they do to you.
Right.
I can't, unless it's like something astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Then I get it. It's understandable. But unless it like I hold it near and dear or it's something like that, I can't hold it against somebody. There's always another side.
Well, that's
You
I
know?
think that's the heart of what it takes to move on from a lot of things.
Yeah,
in
we're
life.
talking too
Holding,
much about Duffy.
well,
We
no,
gotta
but
move
no,
on.
but the point. And then you made a good point though. Overall, just never mind what you and him have. Just in general, in all things, holding grudges is like one of the worst things you can do. It really holds you back in the long
Yeah,
run.
dude,
in a
like
lot of
the
ways.
older I get, I'm just too fucking tired to hate. You know what I mean?
I tell you,
That's
man,
the thing. It's literally
I
it's
feel the
easy.
same
It's
way.
so much easier to just forgive and forget, and you feel fucking better, man.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I
The-
mean?
The
Like,
more
if it's-
you,
If it's something someone's doing you don't like, if you cannot change their behavior, don't sweat it, dude.
right,
Like they're gonna be them when they wake up tomorrow.
dude. That's honestly.
But you're gonna wake up and you're still gonna be pissed off at them for being them.
Right, and that's
And,
one of the things I think
you
most
know?
people struggle with is they're trying to sort of overreach and change other people,
Oh yeah.
and it's
yeah,
always
totally.
because of some weird reason like, oh, you're not the way I want you to be, and that's such a strange expectation to have, and a lot of people do.
I mean,
have that
personally, I've recognized myself doing it
Yeah.
because
Oh, everybody has. I've done it
There
a
are times
lot.
I don't feel control over
Yeah.
my entire life. That if there's a small section where I might be able to help control yours, it
Right.
gives me some satisfaction that I have some
Right.
grounding. But in the end, in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah, it's pointless.
it's you're digging yourself a hole that you'll never get out of, man. You know?
it's a tough moral debacle.
Oh,
It
yeah,
always is,
yeah.
'cause it's like-
the age-old question.
Well,
man.
that's pretty much like what's going on now. I mean, that happens in policy. That's literally almost the heart of politics as well. Because if something
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
across the table, we don't have to name names, but like whatever it is, and then it's like, oh, from a political standpoint, we've decided this is bad, and so now this is what people should do or how they should behave. I mean, look at
Mhm.
like the war on drugs. That was a good example. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, nobody should do drugs because they're bad for you. So, you know what? We're gonna freaking put you in prison and ruin your life because
Mhm.
drugs will ruin your life. You know what I mean? And it's like, I love that saying. The worst thing about marijuana back in the day was being caught with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, when I was 16 years old, a dime bag, a 10,
Dude, you
like,
could go to fucking prison. A roach would put you in jail, dude.
Dude, kids nowadays don't know what a dime bag is, all right?
Or
I know a
middies.
lot of people don't know middies or headies. They don't even know the
dude,
names of
headies,
mids or
hydro, dude. If you
I
had
don't
a
even
buddy that
remember
had some
knowing the names.
hydro back
Yeah.
in the day, whoo.
Yeah, I know. Hydro.
Dude,
It's like hydro
it
or-
was a good Friday night, man. You get a wet mango blunt
Yeah.
wrap, man.
Well, just saying hydro,
Shit,
it didn't
bro.
even matter what it was.
No,
Like,
you
yo,
could-
this is hydro.
You're like, wait, whoa.
I don't know what that means.
For short for
I don't know
hydroponics.
what this is, but
Exactly.
it sounds so
Like,
cool.
it, was,
Yeah.
it wasn't any better.
I'll
You know what I
take
mean?
2. 2 hydros, please.
Mike was a narc at 16.
No,
I'll take,
dude,
I'll take
I
2.
sold weed in high school.
Did you?
Yeah. I
No
used to buy
shit.
it by just the ounce. It was very mediocre sales, pot
I mean,
sales.
dude, back in the day, an ounce was some fucking
28
weight.
grams, and
Like,
I would sell it
yeah.
by the
It's
gram.
like $300.
Dude, I'd make a killing because I'd sell by the gram. It was before people were doing eighths, and as soon as eighths were popular, I stopped. 'Cause
Oh no,
people
that
would
was the
buy
biggest thing,
eighths
dude.
for
You know,
like a
because
third
I
less.
remember no one wanted to sell you an eighth. He's like, no, dude, 'cause I can give you 4 grams or 40.
Right, 2
But-
grams,
Yeah.
2 grams for 40.
Yeah,
and then,
but if I give you 3.5, I gotta charge you 30. Why am I gonna do that?
that makes no sense.
You
So I was
know?
like, you know what, never mind. But I pretty much never paid for weed that way because I could get away with buying an ounce and then smoking some. 'Cause
yeah.
I smoked a lot more frequently. I used to smoke cigarettes in high school.
Oh, dude, like in high school, it's all we used to do is smoke pot.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like all this shit around nowadays, it was
Dude,
existing.
they're making it
you know
for
what I mean?
sport these days.
Oh,
the
yeah.
potency of these weeds,
Dude, I don't like it, dude.
it's too hot. It's too much.
Dude, like a few months ago, my brother-in-law came over. We're in the back deck, and he pulls out his rig, and he had a jar, and it looks like crack,
Yeah.
legit like a crack rock. Throws in the rig.
Is it hash?
It was some kind of fucking some kind of shit, dude. And I took 2 rips. Go in the bathroom. I shit you not. I look in the mirror and out loud I say, I can't fucking do this. And like I'm too high.
Yeah.
I'm 16-year-old high again. I walk out and see my girl. Her sister and her brother-in-law is outside playing with the kids. I look at my girl, I'm like, hey, tell them I'm not being rude, but I gotta go. She's like, where? I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down. I might not. I don't know, but I gotta go, man. We lay down upstairs, watch Bob's Burgers for like 2 hours, having an anxiety attack.
Oh no.
Oh
like
my God.
full
That's
on,
how high
like,
you were?
like holy fuck, is this gonna last forever? Like I was that
Sounds
high.
like edibles.
Yeah, I'll take edibles, and I never really felt that effect from them.
Yeah.
You know, unless
Everybody's different, but supposedly the way it like digests.
I got a
it's
story
almost
about
a
some
little
edibles in
hallucinogenic.
Times Square. I don't know if I ever told you that.
Yeah, what is it?
I was working for the construction company, you know, and me and my buddy, I got my buddy a job, and we go to Times Square with this girl one night. So we're working in Jersey, and his girlfriend drove up to meet us. So like, oh, we're 10 minutes away over to GW. Let's go to Times Square. I'm like, all right, Ben, let's do it. You know, we're drinking and shit all the way entire there, and I see this big like food truck with pot leaves all over it. You know, unbeknownst to me, weed was not legal in New York.
Yeah.
I thought it was. So I walk up, I'm like, yo, what are you guys selling? This guy's like, what do you want? I'm like, yo, give me your strong ass shit. And this big motherfucker was like, yo, you cool? In my cocked ass mind, I'm like, yo, I'm the coolest.
First thing off the
and
hip.
played it off like I'm the coolest. Looks was like, yeah, he is. You know? And
He bought it.
goes under the counter and gives me a brown. He's like, yo, it's on me. I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Dude, an hour later.
Not taking any chances.
Dude, an hour later, I don't know what was in this brownie, dude. Don't ever buy a brownie from a food truck in NYC.
Covered in pot plants.
Dude, because we went to a restaurant. At one point, I looked up. Everybody's face was the same.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Like, I'm trying to find my friends, and everybody's in there. Their face was the same. And I'm like, dude, this isn't fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, this is not good. I'm like, I got to find them. Trying to throw myself like, Brian, you got this. You can do it, man. Fuck. Why is everybody still the same? You know?
Dude,
it was
one of my favorite scenes. Have you ever seen Fear and Loathing Las Vegas?
Oh, such
I've
a
only
good
seen
movie.
Dude,
parts.
it's so
Dude,
great.
I'm the worst
every
American ever.
every time once those 2 characters, and they're both going through the story. But anyways, there's this hilarious dynamic between the 2 of them. Every time one of them is totally geeking out or like on way too many drugs or something like that, and it's noticeable in public, the other one will always usually be slightly less fucked up, and so he'll lean over to the bartender. You have to excuse my friend. He suffers from a bad heart. You know what I mean? He'll be like ripped on acid, and he'll be like, "Why are these lizards making love?" You know,
dude, no, like that's how I felt, man. Like, I was talking to my friends, like, you guys gotta help me out here.
Yeah.
So we were on the corner of Broadway, like
Yeah.
straight up Broadway, and I am sweating buckets. At
Yeah.
this point, I'm thinking I'm ODing.
Dude, New
I'm
York
like, this
City
is,
sounds like
this
an
is-
awful
this is-
time on
and I'm telling them
edibles.
like, yo, I can't walk to the truck. I'm like, bro, we can't leave you here. And I swear to God, I tell them, it's fine. I'll live here. And in my mind, in that moment, dude, straight up, I was like,
He was ready to live there.
I planned. I'm like, yo, I'll work. I'll start begging for change. I'll get a guitar. I'll learn to play in the streets. I'll start busking,
Easy.
man.
Easy
You know what I mean?
money, dude.
This is my life now. I live in New York City, and that's it. Like, my buddy who works in the construction with me, he's like, bro, we got a job in the morning. I'm like, not my job
Tell
no
him I
more.
quit, dude.
Not my job no more, bro.
Who's Brian? Fucking, you just back off into a dark alley and then gone. You're fucking
Just
behind.
gone. Never
Yeah,
to be seen.
never
I
to be
come,
seen
I
again.
come out full beard, dude, Bergalia and all, man. Dude, no, it was,
Dude,
and
well, I remember Ian did. I remember when you took.
Oh,
We were at a party, anyways. It was like a New Year's party, and some guy just. So in my mind, because I was also drunk and high at the time, it seemed like the guy came out of nowhere like a cartoon. He goes, "I got brownies," and he just had a tray.
I thought they were normal brownies. I was like, I'll have
hold on,
two.
let me hear that one more time. Because if someone comes at a party saying that, bro,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat some of these brownies.
Yeah, so
You
I
know?
did, and I was like, "Okay, I'll have one." He goes, "They're definitely pot brownies." Like,
Like,
and Ian,
Now I'm
he goes,
questioning
"What?"
it, though.
Ian had like a stack of fucking 3 in his hand and 1 in his mouth and another one in his hand ready.
He's got
And-
one in
Oh.
his foot, dude.
Yeah.
One in his
One on his
trousers
ready.
for
One on his
later,
nose,
I
man.
already
dude.
had one already down. I was like, well, I'm out. I'm going to space tonight.
Yeah. Well, then 20 minutes later, he's face down behind a bed.
That was not 20 minutes.
It seemed. Oh well, there was a peak, and then all of a sudden, Ian
No,
was gone.
There was a moment where I was so blasted. I was trying to mess with Justin.
Yeah.
And I hid his stuff under one of the hats or a pillow or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, Ploof or
No,
Dick. Ian's
Polio,
an asshole.
Polio. So I'm hiding his stuff, and he's going around asking people where his stuff is.
Yeah.
And that's the point where I blacked out, so I couldn't tell him.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, you
fucking knew
forgot
it. He's like,
completely.
dude, where's my keys? He's like, fuck, I can't remember where I put his keys.
That was 20 minutes ago. I'm a different person now.
Well, no, he's still talking to somebody, and I'm still standing there wide-eyed.
Yeah.
And after like 20, 30 minutes go by, I come back to, and I'm like, oh, did I put him over there? He's like, dude, I found those like 10 minutes, 50 minutes ago. And I was like, how long have I been out?
Jesus
Dude,
Christ,
yeah.
man.
Dude, that'll do it. Okay, but I want to get through a couple other things. So I was
Yeah.
going off of the summer. Summer was dope, by the way. Ian, we got to watch Ian perform for the first time.
Yeah, but that wasn't
live.
that wasn't the summer technically. That was like
That was
It was
summer.
like a couple weeks ago.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was early
weeks ago.
fall.
Oh, was that early fall
Yeah.
technically?
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, it was dope as fuck. That was a party.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
That was like the most spontaneous. It's like one of those things where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go to see you play, and then probably leave after. You know what I mean?
Right,
Just
right.
Yeah,
like, okay,
no, but it turned out to be
a
sick,
dope time,
dude.
free food,
Free
a
joints.
bowl of joints.
Yeah.
Like a huge. Oh yeah, just take one.
and free button-on pins. Don't forget about the
Free
pins,
pins, free
They had tits on them.
Palooza pins. I gotta probably get that guy on the podcast one of these
He'd
days.
be character again. He'd be a good one.
He would be a good one to get
dude, and the
up.
fact that I saw him playing Keene, New Hampshire,
Yeah,
like 5-6 years ago,
yeah.
and when he remembered it, it was like the worlds colliding. I'm like,
Right.
holy fuck, I'm supposed to be here
Right.
because
right.
he's like, looking like, how the fuck do you
But,
know
dude,
that I played there?
It was just such a chill day. The sun was
Oh,
out
so
all
awesome.
day. The
Yeah.
music was
Beautiful
just
day.
great. Like
They
all of
had
it.
they had ducks.
Yeah.
You
it
know?
smelled
They
over
had ducks.
Dude, it's a
Should I
plus.
s-
It's a plus, dude.
Need
All right.
any? Is there anything else you need?
Okay, go to any concert you want.
but they did
did they
have a
have did they
tap.
have ducks? No.
They had a tap on bar, like
Yep.
Yeah.
whatever, cake on tap rather, pizza. All that.
See, the worst part was that me and Mike realized that we're the only guys not in a fucking band.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone there was in a
Ian's
band.
band was the
Out
only
of-
one that had fans.
Out of like 50 people there.
But that was also the coolest thing for us because,
Yeah.
like, I was just talking to that person. Now he's up there shredding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and then you could talk to him afterwards. You
Yeah.
could chill with them, dude. Smoke a joint with them. That was so
Yeah.
sick.
Dude, that was really cool.
You
That was a
know?
really good time. That was a really good day to indulge on some weed.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was, like,
dude,
perfect.
every day's a good day.
Well, I'm a
not
big
indulge.
fan, but you know what I mean.
know?
I'm a big fan of doing that like midday and during something. Like it just felt nice because it's
Oh,
been so
yeah.
long since
Dude,
obviously anybody's
I
done
passed
anything.
out on the fucking lawn.
Yeah, you were
dude.
sleeping in the grass.
I don't even remember falling asleep. In my mind, I've been
Brian
awake the
had a
entire
bad
time.
night
bro.
the night Wakes up, he's fucking hungry, he's tired.
I'm under a car.
Yeah, he's dehydrated, and then he goes into the store and just grabs a Red Bull. That's it, bro. This guy's running on Red Bull.
Well, yeah, this guy's like, you gotta hurry up, and he's like, "You want some banana?" And
Yeah,
I hate,
yeah.
I hate
Brian
bananas,
hates
bro.
bananas. He
Fucking-
hates soft pretzels.
I knew
Hates
this
everything.
I can't feed this guy. I
Oh,
can't
the
feed this
soft
guy.
Pretzels and bananas.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, the two things I do not like in this world, you have a problem with.
Yo. They're the greatest snacks. Soft
They're-
pretzels are
soft
good,
pretzels are disgusting. it's like stale bread that was microwaved. That's
though.
what it reminds
with
me of.
salt and cheese.
Yeah, you gotta put
Well, if
cheese
you
in
had
it.
cheese, anything that's good with cheese on it. But you didn't say with
Nachos.
cheese.
So
you
you
didn't
like
say with
soft
cheese.
pretzels
With
then.
cheese.
With cheese.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so you like soft pretzels.
No.
Get the damn thing away from him.
You're right.
He doesn't want him.
Give me a banana and cheese. I'll think of.
Yeah, banana and cheese is good.
Cheese.
No, dude. Okay, so here's the big announcement. So I come off. We're back. We're obviously back. I'm gonna try and get episodes going as much as I can. But the big news is I'm also gonna be launching a Patreon. Because the second portion of what was really holding me back in a way from making these is that it's not a secret really anymore that there really isn't much room for any type of independence or growth on any platform owned by Facebook or Google. Because Facebook and Google own all the platforms. It's already monopolized. It's not a secret. Besides like Spotify being just a very slim outsider, you have, and that's not even a social media platform. That's just a platform that you can put music and podcasts only.
Right.
But if you're putting your content on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or God forbid Twitter or something of that nature, unfortunately, there's just too much censorship. I never know what I'm going to say. I have opinions that I'm really not going to be like dancing around or self-censoring. Plus, I have no idea what the current state of the narrative is. How am I going to keep up with that?
So Patreon, you can be pretty much as wide open.
Well, Patreon, yeah,
uncensored.
you can. It's kind of like it's OnlyFans. It's just like OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So you have to subscribe to it, right?
Yeah. So in other
Okay.
words, like I'd have like a cheap thing, and what I'll be providing for those of you who would like to know, subscribe. Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Subscribe,
Plus,
please,
it will
man.
help me become more independent. It makes the show better. It gives you more content. The takeaways, if you go there, you'll actually already see that the podcast has a Patreon.
Oh, no shit.
Locals Only already
You know,
has a Patreon.
I'm going to say, dude, because like, I've said since day one,
Yeah, I
your
already
first
set it up.
episode, I would buy your fucking merch.
Well,
you
it's
know?
not like I might have merch down the road.
Make a line
Dude,
for it.
yeah,
dude.
I
Make
do
a
want
line
some
for
merch.
it, man.
I got some T-shirts. I still got those fucking Game Stonk T-shirts. So if anybody wants one, there is a link. But anyways,
Drop that up right now in the video.
so yeah, through Patreon,
Shameless
what
plug,
you'll
man.
be getting, just to kind of get everybody on board, whoever is listening, anyways, you'll be able to get the extended episodes. The episodes won't go until the end anymore. We're gonna probably cut like a half an hour or an hour out, and then the full thing will be.
You're fishing, bro.
Yeah, so
like,
well,
hey, you
you'll still get the
like
podcast.
that? You can,
Yeah. But the big thing is that there's no way I can ever make a green dollar from YouTube. I'll never make a green dollar from Instagram, or especially not Facebook.
Right.
And it's just precisely because we can kind of say whatever we want. I'm never going to be like, hey, man, and get on here and be, hey, don't talk about the sickness that's going on.
Right,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
no, I respect that, man.
Don't say anything
I
about.
mean, you got enough
you know what I mean?
listeners that if you guys are listening to this podcast,
Yeah.
if you support Mike, I'm gonna say full fully.
Yeah.
Full fully. Weird way to say it.
Full fully.
But hey, full fully. That's the new fucking motto. I'm gonna get bumper stickers and all.
Yeah.
Patreon. All right.
Well, no, it'd be
But
more fun.
support it. You know what I mean?
So the first tier is like ad free and then extended videos, and there's a few other things I forget what I had put there, but I'll always hold true to the promises. And then the second tier, you'll even get like a backstage bonus footage, which I'll be like after we do our freaking podcast, just with my phone or something like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Just a little something extra.
That's
and,
sick,
You know,
dude.
I
Fuck
never
yeah.
know. One day I might take this podcast on the road because really the equipment's very minimalistic. Besides the lighting system and of course all of the sound suppression in here, this is
talked
all
about
I need with
months
this and a
ago,
computer.
we were in the beginning of summer when you, Ian, and James did the kayak and the canoe, and I mentioned the kayak.
Yeah.
Great time for a fucking podcast on
Right.
the river.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Shit like that, dude. That'd be sick to have like a camera set up and
Right.
we're just, somewhere chilling in the woods and have a nice podcast, do a nice fire going in the middle of the night.
Something like that. Actually,
Great
that was a
time,
big
dude.
idea Ian had to bring some audio equipment with him on our walks because we have dope conversations while we
Hell
walk
yeah,
and hike
dude.
and stuff.
And nice thing is for a hike. I want to join that because like one thing
We are going Sunday if you're available.
I am.
You want to come?
Yeah, I mean, 'cause I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking recently like more about my physical health. You know what I mean?
Are you serious?
I'm dead
Let's
serious.
do it.
Let's fucking do it, bro.
Yeah.
You wanna
I'm,
come to
I'm,
the
gonna,
gym?
be, I'm gonna be dragging ass. Dude,
Oh, dude.
'cause
So is
I'm
Jay.
fucking-
Dude, there's going to be, it's Jalyssa's going. It's going to be a shit show.
All right, fuck yeah, I'm in.
It's gonna
all
be
I
a
need
shit
to-
show, dude.
That's all I
It's gonna
need
be
to
great,
hear.
but it's gonna be great because, dude, you go out there, it's
Tell me it's a
amazing out
shit
there.
show, sign
No,
me
dude,
up,
but
dude.
you're driving into those. Like, I always get psyched up. I'm like a kid going to a fucking amusement park, but I feel like it's an effect anybody can really appreciate, and mainly because you're driving into a mountainous area. It's like you're going to Jurassic Park. You know when you're in the White Mountains, when you're in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not that you have to get out and then walk and then hike and then get to the top and be like, wow, that was cool. You're there and you're like,
Yeah,
what
see, I
the
went
fuck?
to the
You're
White
like-
Mountains when I was like fucking 5 years old.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And never went back.
Yeah.
My mom went back a few years ago, and she's like, "You got
I
to."
mean, I'll send you the
you
details.
gotta
Just
go.
if you can get a ride to get to my house for 3:30 a.m.
Yeah, well, dude,
Be here for 3:30 a.m.
Be camping on your front yard, man.
Let's go. Yeah, man. Seriously, no, I'm so stoked. If you do want to come,
No, I'm
bring
down,
3
dude.
liters
I'm-
of water. It's gonna be sick.
No, I'm
It
fucking
is gonna
down,
be
dude.
sick.
No,
You're
legit
gonna
though.
really enjoy yourself.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so that's the deal. We're on Patreon now, and this will be the last full episode, and then from here on out,
This is a
and I'm gonna
sneak
have like
peek of what you guys.
yeah,
can
I'm gonna
see,
make a fuller announcement to this.
So
and,
again, I don't know why the fuck I'm here.
well,
hey,
dude, well, because
Brian's here to
no,
give you a sneak peek of
but
what you're
let me
missing
tell you,
out on.
you want to know why you're here? I'm gonna tell
you want to pay me to see more of this guy?
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm gonna tell you why you're here, and it's not really at this point. Honestly, if I'm being completely transparent, anybody who would even think about paying my Patreon to go on it, you can still get the majority of the content on YouTube free, and Instagram free, all that kind of like small stuff. The only reason anybody would really do it is just to support me. It's not going to be like a great. I mean, you will get the full episodes and like bonus content, and you even get like shout outs. And I'm gonna do like creative, like have people give me creative input.
I gotta give a shout out to Jeremy because he always shouts me out.
Shout out Jeremy.
Wish you were here, bro.
Yeah. Well, he'll be on soon because he's gonna come up for Christmas.
Oh,
so we'll do another one with him. But the reason why you're on, by the way, is really and why we're here.
I'm glad you didn't tell them and me at the same time.
Yeah.
Because he didn't tell me this entire time. I've been asking him since like what Tuesday you asked me to come on. I'm like, yo, why am I here?
It's always good conversation. I just wanted some people that I'm definitely comfortable with.
Yeah, no pressure, man.
Because going into it this time around, I don't want to be nervous, and I've watched myself just through editing the videos just too many times. I'm like, dude, I am not comfortable. Not comfortable.
Well, you fucking fooled me.
Yo,
because motherfucker, I'm nervous.
Yeah,
you know, like it's only my second time. I'm still getting comfortable.
Here's the thing I'm digging into. It's like here's the thing I'm digging into. It's like why? We're having the same kind of conversations we could have just on Xbox.
No, that's
not completely true.
That's not true whatsoever.
I guess there is like we're
okay. The viewers at home, the listeners, and the viewers. You don't know Mike. He's got
no lid.
Xbox Mike is a different breed of Mulholland. All right.
So that's what I want to have here.
I want to unleash. I want to unleash. Dude. Yeah. So go to the Patreon.
I really do. Go to the Patreon to watch me go crazy.
You want to see Mike?
Yeah. Seriously,
invest, dude.
Yeah, and so it's fun. And it's kind of cool how you can set it up. Like, the first tier is a basic nerd, and it's just a purple nerd, like the candy.
Yeah.
And then
sick.
Gift from Ian, by the way, set me up with the idea for it. There's basic nerd, which is like $4 for a month or something like that. Oh, and then it's literally Elon Musk smoking a joint. That's the name of the second tier. And it's the picture of Elon Musk smoking the joint in the JRE.
Hell yeah.
And that's and the second tier is like, so it's $4.20 for the first tier, $4.20.
Oh,
and then the second tier is $9.69.
Of course.
So it's just.
I'll say you should have done 666, but you'll be flagged for fucking satanic shit.
No way, dude. Not on the internet.
Nobody cared.
Yeah, nobody cared. No,
I mean, people don't get offended by shit.
You're not gonna find prevalent Christians on the internet. Those are the people who get slaughtered these days.
Westboro Baptist Church reaches out to Mike.
Yeah. Could you please, like, literally nobody? Well, here's the thing: who the fuck is really taking a church seriously? They know they've lost. Like, it's like, excuse me, this is
go to Utah and say that.
Well, that's why I'm.
All right.
Well, actually, I would go to Utah, but I wouldn't say that.
Dude, I would love to go to Utah. I've seen pictures of it. That's a beautiful state that I would love to live in one day.
Dude, that's my dream.
You know,
it's my dream.
But because of how it's literally all the politics in every city are run by the church, I couldn't live there, dude.
You wouldn't even know it. You really wouldn't. If you lived on your own, politics being run by the church is the same thing as like listening to somebody screaming at the top of their lungs in the town square. The thing is, there's a big difference between politics being run through the computer, which is where we live half our lives, and then like somebody who's running politics through the church. Like, honestly, who's gonna really give a shit what you're doing if you don't live anywhere near? You know what I mean? Like, Utah's fucking huge, and I know there's people. Like, who actually lives in Utah? Dave Chappelle lives in Utah.
No, Post Malone does too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know that.
Well, because it's just dope country out there. It's arid. It's nice.
Dude, it's fucking, the mountain ranges out there are fucking, dude, it's just a beautiful fucking area.
My goal, and my dream rather, was with this whole hunting thing and the bow hunting and all that. I'd love to go out there and hunt elk and try and bring that home if I could. Like, that's some
Dude,
good
things
food.
like, I don't know if I could shoot an animal. Like it's
Oh,
fucked up
it's
'cause,
tough. If you eat-
I eat meat
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and I should be okay with it.
I don't know if I can either. I
Well,
really
You know
don't.
what I mean?
I mean,
It's
think about it
like-
this way: the animals that you're eating from a store are
Yeah.
all condensed in an area.
Yeah,
and get
factory
illnesses,
farms.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's like a lot of.
Well, it's
like,
not even that,
I
but
feel like
Yeah.
you'll
it's
find.
almost worse for me thinking I'm taking like this thing was living beautifully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This thing out of nowhere was just grazing and
Yeah.
just
Bam.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, what was that?
Yeah.
Why do I feel woozy? Now he's dying.
And it's
The
dead.
dude never knew what happened.
Exactly.
And it's like, man, I took that thing out of its habitat. It's fucked.
Yeah. And that's
A-
literally
a
the
part
first.
of me believes that like me raising animal for slaughter is almost not more humane by any means at all.
Yeah.
But I believe there's a humane way to do it.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if I would not mind owning a farm with cattle and pigs and chickens and everything if I was slaughtering it myself, knowing that I raised these animals
Yeah.
a good fucking life. And when it got to the point where we're like, hey man, we're low on food, you live a good life, it's your
Boom.
turn, man.
Yeah.
But it's just taking something out of its natural habitat
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
That just I don't know.
Here's the dynamic that you almost miss in that, and I only say that gratefully too, out of the experience of knowing a good friend of mine. Shout out to the Wilds. They usually don't listen, but Isak sometimes listens, so shout out to him. They have a farm up in Vermont, and you wouldn't, and that's a great point. You know, that's a great point because that's really
Thank
no
you.
matter what. Anyways, it's really hard. I would assume to kill an animal, like, but
Mm.
believe it or not, the scenario that you present in that way from the standpoint of raising the animal and then killing it,
Mm.
it's a lot harder
Oh yeah, well no,
because you
create a bond with that animal.
you anthropomorphize that
like
animal's behavior.
Could you kill your pet?
I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
there's a personality.
but a hunger will drive a person
That's
to
what I'm
be
saying.
an animal.
right.
That's what it comes down to.
Right, and then
You
so
know?
then when you think about the efficacy of killing something in its natural habitat, one, if you're a good marksman, it happens very fast.
Right,
And the
yeah,
animal lived.
See, that's my biggest worry.
Yeah.
Is I don't want to shoot an animal and have it suffer. So I've never gone hunting. I've
Yeah,
had plenty of
yeah.
offers.
No, there's definitely
is because I'm not a good enough shot
yeah.
to where if I hit that animal,
Killing
it's
the
not
animal.
it's not gonna die. It's gonna
right.
be a slow death.
I'm
and
assuming
I can't.
because I can't speak too much on the experience because I haven't done it yet. But it's about 1% of the hunting experience is actually
Mhm.
getting the kill. But if you think the alternative is, and this is where it drove me anyways to kind of be like, all right, I got to see what this process is all about because really the cycle of life does not go without an animal being fucking slaughtered.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
then okay, we're now living in the objective. All the animals, all the meat you've ever eaten had been slaughtered and cut up, and the animal was alive or something. And now, what goes through my mind is okay. So I buy food from the grocery store, and then the odds of it having a good lifestyle would probably slim to none because again, it came from a grocery store. Now, if I bought it from somebody who owned their own farm, there'd be more of a personal touch to it. You're
Yeah.
like, this animal, you've seen the animal, you come by all the time. That was Betty or whatever the hell. Usually, you don't want to
I
name
don't
it.
want to know its name.
Yeah, exactly. Usually, you don't want to even
just,
name the animal.
Just keep that out of there, man.
But
Like-
the point I'm getting at is that the animal, from a factory farm, usually live the most the wildest.
No.
Like if you've ever seen the footage, it drives people to become vegans and shit.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that bothers me the most is I buy this meat all the time.
See, there was an old like MSPCA, SPCA
Yeah.
commercial with Sarah McLachlan in the background, you know,
Right.
that commercial. And I was like remember being 10 years old, and the commercials, if these images disturb you,
Yeah.
and it shows a cow being like
Beaten,
mowed over with
yeah.
a forklift,
Yeah.
and it was back to puppies and kittens. I'm like, dude, that is subliminal messaging in its finest.
Yeah.
Because that image disturbed me.
It's
You
fucked
know
up,
what I mean?
dude.
Like-
It's really bizarre. And so there's no way around that. If you're somebody who eats meat and hates people who hunt, it's like, or we'll say that's the extreme of that dynamic. You know, people get really
there's
flustered.
there's countless people out there
Yeah.
that are that way.
Yeah.
That are mad at hunters for hunting a deer.
Right.
It's like, motherfucker, you had steak last night.
Right, and the thing is because they only see the byproduct of what happened. You might see, and there are some like pretty, needless examples of it. You know what I mean? Like some, trophy hunting and stuff like that. People, you see some fat guy with a big
what's
rifle.
one thing I cannot
like,
stand is
that happens.
killing an animal just for the posterity of it. To tell your
Exactly,
buddies,
exactly.
hey, look at what I got.
Which
It's
isn't
dude,
the point. Like
fuck
that would
off.
be never. That's never been anything within my mind of doing this in the premeditated way that I am.
Right.
I'm always thinking, okay, this is food, and if I can say get the animal, right, harvest the animal, that's
Mhm.
going to provide me with so much food that I won't have to buy that factory food for quite some time. And not that all the places that I buy the food from are bad. I don't know. I don't know the farmers. Like,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
often do you
No
look at
shit.
your meat pack or wherever
Mhm.
has meat in it, and you go, huh? Let's go to this place and let's meet the guy who's raising these and processing these animals. Because
Right.
usually, if it's done in large scale, these animals go unknown. They're just in one end, out the other in a box, you know? So it's like when you get something that has lived in the wild its whole life and you're not killing anything that's small, because again, the last thing you want to do is spend all this time hunting and you kill a baby. When you're killing an
Well, I
animal
mean,
out in the
technically it's
wild,
legal,
what's that?
but it's legal to
You
kill.
can, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, for a
You know
long
what I mean?
time, then that's actually it's another thing that is oddly a pro about trophy hunting. Trophy
Mhm.
hunting saved a lot of species because for a long time, if it was brown, put it down was the saying. So they would just shoot any animal at all until bucks got value. That's why we call money
Well,
bucks.
yeah, yeah,
Because you
yeah.
could buy,
I knew that.
it was worth
Yeah.
$1. So it actually had a lot to do with our currency system, and people stopped hunting things that
So
were.
you know why you go to the bar
Yeah.
and you ask for a shot?
Oh,
It
really?
used to be a shotgun shell
Oh, really?
for a trade of whiskey.
No
Give me a
kidding.
glass of whiskey, I'll give you a shotgun shell.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. All that shit goes back to like the very
Yeah, Wild West kind of
beginning,
days. Yeah, you
the
could
very
sell the
beginning
hides.
of America.
Yeah, so I think
You
there's a
know?
lot of nuance and a lot of efficacy that goes really unthanked or unappreciated is really what I'm
Yeah,
looking for. Because, I mean,
but
really,
you keep the thing is about nowadays that
Yeah.
everyone's going too crazy with that it's either this side or that side,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everyone's at extremist points.
oh, dude, we saw
It's
that
like,
big
dude,
time
can
last
we
year.
just cut it down the middle?
Dude,
and
that's what
just,
social media does. And so that's another reason
Yeah.
why I'm trying to back away from the big social media conglomerates.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
no,
really
I
good
respect
point,
that.
man, because it really is. Like, nobody really has any patience for diversity anymore.
Yeah,
That's
thing-
really
thing
what
is-
it is.
Well, I
Everybody's.
don't think people should have instant access to something that you're thinking
Yes.
right away because
It's almost the self's fault. Like, for the individual, why would you share so
No, because
much?
it's
you know?
self-recognition.
Yeah.
Because you want to be recognized for your thoughts, and most time people post dumb shit on social media,
Yeah.
hoping for a positive response,
Right. Right.
hoping that people agree with me, but then it turns back around on them.
Could. Yeah.
because people
Their psyche is fucked now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, oh my god, everyone's against me. It's like, motherfucker, like, what were you think was gonna happen?
Right. What were you
You
saying?
know?
because people can't really process all of this information. Like there's an abundance of information, and not a lot of it is true.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are just like, oh, well, I saw this, I read it, and this must be true. It's on the internet.
Right.
Mhm.
It's way
And nobody
beyond.
looks into anything.
Yeah.
They see the first thing, they latch onto that. That's now their opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they read a
And
head.
then
They
you
read
get
a
arguments.
BuzzFeed headline.
Yep.
and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, no, it's a good point because I think we're not we've almost we don't have the evolutionary curve to be dealing right now with knowing what everybody's doing.
Oh no!
Like,
not-
it's obviously too emotionally provoking.
that's literally our downfall as a society,
Yeah.
and that's what divides us so much further.
Right, by knowing what everybody's thinking,
because
what everybody's political
When
opinions
someone
are.
disagrees with you,
Yeah.
we don't have a conversation about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's immediately you're wrong
Yeah.
and you're cast out.
And what you do, so
As-
say you
as-
encounter somebody who's wrong against your ideal.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to then immediately associate them with the extreme version of what you expect
Exactly.
from that
yeah, exactly.
idea. So then you go, what the fuck? And then you just unload on that person,
Right.
which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy. Because, I mean, personally, I've never taken the time out of my day. I've gotten close, though. I've typed stuff up and be like, no, dude. I've caught myself
Like,
right on the
dude,
edge.
Dude,
like,
countless times
Nope.
I found myself
Not
getting
gonna start
angry
talking.
about a comment section.
Yeah.
Like, I should say this, and
Yeah.
I get halfway through. I'm like, no. So I'm doing it. I'm pissing myself
Right.
off in a never-winning battle. Like they're not gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna win.
And
In the end, we're all pissed off.
And especially when it's like, say you're talking about like social or public issues or political issues, God forbid.
Oh.
what the fuck
that.
is that conversation between you and the other person really gonna do?
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
We're
Like,
mad
people
at things.
have-
Things we're mad at the wrong fucking people.
Yeah.
Constantly, and that's what it comes down to.
It's needless conversation. It's
Mhm.
like, oh, this and that, and this cacophony of banter, and
Mhm.
really, at the end of the day, no policy is different.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, exactly.
You've really just wasted your energy, and the real toll is the mental energy exhausted in the idling time between these conversations. So you'll go home with it in your head,
Mhm.
having these arguments. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and especially if someone's trolling somebody and like
Oh,
you get worked up and somebody's not even
you got
being
pissed?
serious.
Oh, dude, that's right. Brian has the fucking bladder of a chipmunk, dude. Yeah, yeah, see it, bro. He made me pull over on the side of the road on the fucking Mass Pike. I've never done that in my life.
Dude, I had to do that once, dude. It was terrible.
I've never done that in my life.
I did it once, and like as I'm walking down, there's like a corpse of a deer, and I'm like, that got hit by a car like 2 hours ago.
Oh, right where you parked?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross. Dude, there's so much deer popping out of everywhere.
There is. I was hiking the other day. Not hiking, it was just a trail. And there's this deer walking this person's yard.
No way.
Yeah. And it was pretty cool because I was like, I want to go walk over there and like try to feed it. But it's like, I'm probably gonna be that idiot gets kicked.
Yeah, seriously. Or freaking trampled on
Right.
with its sharp things, dude. Oh man. Yeah, no, I'm totally stoked. I already got a couple. I might be going hunting with Healy too.
Ooh,
So I'll see what that's like too. I'm pretty stoked about it.
that'll be fun.
I know.
Of cancer.
Yeah, dude, I need
Freaking guy's got the
Excuse me.
bladder of a chipmunk.
Dude, I cannot help it. Okay, it's a medical
Almost
condition.
got us killed.
Would you make fun of a kid in a wheelchair?
Yeah,
You.
I would make fun of. I'd
It really depends on the kid.
knock him out.
If he's an asshole.
Yeah, yeah. Be like, what am I supposed to feel bad for you and slap him around a little?
Dude, see this shit right here. This is the Patreon.
Yeah. No, this is on. This whole thing is on. This whole thing is on. This will be though. This will be the last podcast that is full length on YouTube.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last podcast.
No, it's not going to be like they're tremendously cut, but I'll probably take like a half an hour, like I said, hour off the top. Because again, I do want to support other social media platforms like Patreon because again, there's less censorship, and I don't think censorship ever really goes in a good direction, especially to the degree at which it's going now. And there's so many people who have who have the ambition, or rather the drive that, or not the drive, sorry. They want to have an independent lifestyle on YouTube and stuff like that. And it was that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But with the way things are now, I mean, one little slip up and you lose your platform.
The thing about last was talk about David Dobrik,
Yeah.
multi-millionaire just from YouTube. Started off in the early days, and he got canceled because he was friends
He was,
with
like,
somebody. He was
exposed
friends
for,
with
yeah.
somebody with Dom,
Yeah.
Dirty Dom, piece of shit,
Right.
and he got canceled for it. And he just started recently making vlogs again.
Oh, okay.
And dude, I love Dave.
I love
Dobrik's
David
vlogs.
Dobrik. Yeah, he's
I
hilarious.
do. Really fucking do. The people he has in his friend group, they've all been in YouTube and Vine
Yeah, yeah.
for years
Their
and
Vines
years.
are
Like fucking
hilarious.
Heath and what's the other fucking dude's name?
Yeah, I don't know the guy's names.
The other guy, but
But
yeah,
he's
they
made
kill
his
it, man.
money because
Yeah,
there was I forget what it was called or referenced as, but it was like the YouTube apocalypse. That's what they referenced it
Yeah.
as, where they switched up how they were paying all of their partners. Because like once you become somebody who gets monetization money, you become a partner supposedly or whatever. And at one point, David was making like $24,000 a month, and it was just like drug money. You know what I mean? He was like, he couldn't believe it. It felt like he was a drug dealer because it was
Right.
paying him so much money. I think it might have been more than that. It could have been like
Well,
100,000.
you gotta
He
think
told-
about
he
you gotta
talked
think about
it.
his ads because this is brought to you by SeatGeek.
Well, his
You know
his
what I
ads
mean? Like,
and the amount of people
like,
following
dude,
him.
on his vlogs, he literally call up the guy from a certain ad company,
Yeah.
like, hey, if I shout you out, can you give me 80,000 to buy my friend a car?
Well, that was just it. So what
And
they
they're
do,
like, all right,
yeah,
do
he
it.
would he
It's
would
like,
just
what the fuck, dude?
right. He'd get the car company to give him a car, and then he would make a video about it and give it to
And
somebody.
things like people hate on that. It's like, in my mind, I'm jealous. It's why I've hated on him.
yeah,
It's like, fuck, I could have done that, but I didn't.
yeah.
So my hate is coming from a place of jealousy.
It's tough, man. It
You know
takes
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of energy to get that much momentum. Plus, you have to think about the environment. I'm not saying that not anybody could have done what David Dobrik did, but he also grew up in California. So you not only have an abundance of sunlight and energy, which is like the
Yeah.
foundation of that.
That's
It
the
sounds
thing. We
hokey.
grew up in bumfuck Massachusetts,
Bumfuck,
man.
Massachusetts, about 6 months out of the year is cloudy and
Yeah.
rainy and snowy. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
it's either hot as fuck
Yeah.
or cold as nuts,
Yeah, it
man. And
sucks, dude.
there's no.
The
We
temperature
have maybe 2 months of beautiful weather.
Yeah.
At 12 months, we maybe have 2 months collectively
Yeah.
of good weather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To times you go out your buddies like it's beautiful today.
Yeah.
How many
I always
times
say
does
there's
that
like
happen?
there's like 10 perfect days out of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're spread out throughout the year, not in the winter ever. So
Winter
6 months
is
is out.
dead.
You get that
Huh.
one winter day,
The
man.
winter's like the dead zone. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't exist right
Yeah,
now.
unless
That's
you
where
unless you
everyone's
ski and
fucking
shit.
gray and shit. I just got back into snowboarding. Not back into it, but I just
Yeah.
started snowboarding last year.
Oh, you did?
Sarah, my girlfriend, got me into it,
Yeah.
and she went with her sister. And I was bummed. I'm like, dude, fuck. Like, I've had friends snowboarding their entire lives. I was never available to do it, never the money to do it growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's like, babe, you should come next time. My first time going, I was drinking at the time.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I killed it. In my mind, I killed it. You know what I mean?
But in
One
real
point,
life, you
I
ran
was
right into
at
a
one
tree.
point, I was a fucking no, dude. Literally, my first time down the slopes, fucking went off in the woods.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Jeremy got a concussion.
But I
Oh,
was
really?
killing
Remember
it.
that?
No.
Oh man,
My-
I don't know the full story.
My
but-
second time when I was sober, you know, like I quit drinking for that's my thing. Like a month in of quitting drinking,
Yeah.
scared shitless. Going up the lift, man. Get off the lift, ate shit. Well, Sarah fucked it up from the beginning. All right,
Yeah.
listen to this. We're in the lift line, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's two guys in front of us. The lift's coming around. Sarah decides to just sit down right there. And there's two guys standing there waiting
Yeah.
for the lift to catch them and go up. She just sees it and sits down. I try grabbing her. One of my feet is strapped on the board. I try grabbing her. I get sucked onto the lift.
No.
These two dudes are in front of us. I'm yelling, "Yo, look!" I'm like straight up screaming. This guy turns around. I buckle his kneecaps, and he's just in my lap for a good 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Until the guy in the lift is pressing the stop button. He's like, "Bro, what the fuck?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm sorry, man. Like this is awkward." Like,
Yeah.
and literally, it was the most awkward thing because it was so slow, and we're tangled up. Our boards are strapped together at this point. And he's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is weird, dude. I'm sorry."
Wait,
I'm
so
like,
you guys were all on the same lift?
4 people on a lift. This full-grown man's in my lap. The other guy's in between me and Sarah. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Babe, what the fuck did you just do?"
Yeah.
She's like, I fucked up." I'm like,
Dude, those lifts
yeah.
go high too. Were you guys like all at least seated?
No, it was just the very beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was like I was so mad because like we get off the
The
lift
hilarious. You're
and
hanging
there's
on.
literally like
Whoa, what the
300. There's 300 people in fucking line
fuck? Uh-huh.
staring at us.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the now I gotta go up this mountain and eat shit all the way down.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm done with today.
Yeah. Yeah. So unless you're in something like that, it's a fucking rough winter.
Yeah.
I do wish I did more sledding and stuff like that, but I just don't.
Like sledding, like
Yeah,
like,
I just
straight
do,
up like sledding.
just like mount like a little hill.
Dude, come meet my kids, dude.
Well, I feel like when I was younger, I would be like, yeah, dude, let's go sledding or we'll go hiking in the woods because it is kind of cool, the effect of snow. But because I have to work, 5 days a week, it's like that commute. Not that the work is the thing, it's just the commute to
Yeah.
work in the snow and then through the traffic and all that. It's like so needless. It's
Yeah.
like, this is ridiculous.
The thing is, that's where like having kids it gives me a drive to
Yeah.
get out and do things. Like every weekend, I tell Sarah like we gotta do something this weekend.
Right.
You know what I mean? We gotta just make memories.
Yeah.
You know, because the sad fact is, I don't know what tomorrow brings. I
Mhm.
might not be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the truth of the matter. I want to make as many memories as possible with my kids.
Yeah.
Even if they don't remember it, it's still there. And like that's what gets me up and out there doing
That's pretty cool,
the,
right.
the dumb shit that I never dude, you told me 4 or 5 years ago that I spend every week in October pumpkin picking, apple picking, going to do this and that. Like fucking get out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You kidding me, dude? That little
Right.
pussy.
Listen, I'm gonna go out and get fucked up. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
dude.
It's like now, dude. I'm
Drink
looking,
some pumpkin beers.
yeah, like now I look for the weekend. Like, man, I want to go pumpkin picking with my kids. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck, dude.
Dude, pumpkin picking and apple picking is fun. I went apple picking last weekend.
Yeah, I went.
It's
I went
awesome.
like 2 weeks ago. I think.
Yeah.
over in Echo Hill over in Munson.
It's actually pretty cool. The thing is, at this
Dude,
point,
nothing
for me,
is better than an
anything,
apple off the tree, bro.
yo, anything that gets me outside for a prolonged period of time. So I feel like I'm always inside. And,
yeah.
like, ever since I kind of like came across a statistic, like ever since the 50s, people's time outside has been decreased by like 80%.
So that's why I hate the winters, because
You have no
can't-
choice.
You can't go outside,
Right, unless you have a
man.
ton
Like,
of
what do
equipment
you-
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you unless you have fields and a snowmobile, or you live near a mountain, you
Yeah.
got snowboards, you have the ability to go snowboard whenever you want.
Mhm.
You're trapped inside. You wake up, you go to work, you get home from work. What are you gonna do but sit inside?
Yeah. And that's kind of going back to like, so we were talking about David Dobrik. It's like, you got an environment like that. Not only is it always nice, there's a ton of famous people. And
Yeah.
everybody's on the curve, like high on the curve when it comes to the
Mhm.
fucking Facebook and Instagram and
yeah.
all of
You can
these-
hit up any, but like, hey, you
Yeah.
want to hang out today,
Yeah,
make a
let's
video,
collab.
and there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, oh yeah,
exactly.
I know him. Like you know that person. Like you might know a friend of yours who's maybe just a little distant, but you still know him. It's like, yo,
Mhm.
let's collab. He has 100,000 subscribers. I have 100,000. You know what I mean? All of a sudden,
Dude,
these
I
people
don't have that luxury.
start
you know?
Well, there's a hell of a surplus of a network, and that's kind of the benefit of living in a more populated place.
Yeah, but part of me, I wouldn't want all that.
I
you know?
I
feel like
certainly
it's
wouldn't.
just-
I mean, long term, obviously, hindsight's 2020, but like California turned out to be a real shit show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the whole place is still locked down. And it's like everybody else is like, "Yo, dude, who wants to go to the fucking game?"
I mean,
You know what I mean? There's
they're
people-
also like
50,000
technically,
people
they're
at a stadium.
legit breaking off the continent little
Yeah.
by little.
Yeah,
Like there's what's the name of it? There's literally like an underground earthquake constantly happening in
well, there's
California.
the fires, there's the earthquakes,
And there's a certain name for it. There's an underground tunnel that's naturally made that's literally
oh.
showing California break away.
yeah. I wonder
I
if
can't think of the
California
fucking
rests
name
on
for
a
it.
fault line. It's a fault.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was. The fault line.
San Andreas Fault.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's a San
yeah.
Andreas Fault.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it out there. It's lizard people.
It's lizard people.
It's the truth, man.
It's gotta be.
Dude,
Who else could it be?
dude, there's legit
Nobody
stories. There's caves in California.
Okay,
right?
dude. Yeah, I can get into this though.
Yeah, there's caves back
Yeah,
in
but
the
tell me.
there's
No,
man.
listen.
It's
No,
going
listen. But have you
full
heard of
circle.
Graham Hancock?
I
Have you
don't
ever read
think
any
so.
of his work?
No,
Dude, do you think it's a conspiracy theory? It's an actual
well, tell me about
hypothesis.
it.
It's an actual
What is?
The lizard people.
geological and anthropological theory. So there was a time, and I'm gonna get a lot of these facts wrong, but it's still
Who's
super.
gonna check?
Who's gonna check? But it's still super interesting. The book was terribly boring, so I didn't make it through it too much. But I always listen to Graham Hancock when I see him on other podcasts.
Mhm.
Him and a couple other guys are put a substantial amount of study into like Egypt and a period called the Younger Dryas, which is a period of time after a meteor impact, and they did a lot of research into what was before that. Their basic theory, I guess the basis of their theory is
Mhm.
that there used to be a civilization just as advanced, if not more advanced than ours today. But what happened was that a meteor impact destroyed and wiped out most of any remnants of that civilization. Now there are some.
So you saying like you're talking about like before
Humans-
BC era
Humans existed prior, supposedly,
Mhm.
in staggering abundance prior to ancient history.
Yeah, so before BC era.
Before the Dark Age, there was people.
Yeah.
And what happened was a meteor impact came in, leveled everything out. Now, to get into some more concrete details of that, for instance, the Sphinx. We all
Right.
are familiar with the Sphinx, and there's a lot of controversy as to who built it, because it is proven now that the Egyptians did not build it. In fact, there's water damage on it that goes about 2,000 years prior to the Egyptian civilization. So it was actually
So what you're
reconstructed
saying is the Sphinx was there before the
before
Egyptians?
Egypt. Egypt, they built the pyramids, but the Sphinx was reconstructed because it has water damage. At one point, Egypt was underwater. So then this goes into this.
Dude, it's Atlantis, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
So there's
fucking
there's
Atlantis.
a slew of these things, and on top, so one of them was okay. So when the impact happened, I think I might be getting the dates wrong again, but it put the Earth in a shroud of cloud cover for about 20 years and made the atmosphere almost impossible to live in. So humanity for what was left of it from that had to retreat to subterranean cities, which are also existing. Like you were saying, the lizard people. There are such thing as subterranean cities that were legit used for survival, and the conclusion that they had come to, and or at least the theory that they're supporting is that people lived in there for 20 or like 1,000 years or some staggering amount of time before they could resurface and live on the surface of the earth
again. That's the thing is like people believe that lizard people, reptilians, you know, everyone believes they're part of Illuminati. That's a whole different episode.
Yeah.
But they believe that in California there are caves that people have tried going into, public caves, and have government officials come up and close it off. That there was, in I think in the 80s, the governor, a mayor of a certain city in California found a cave in his city and decided to start drilling. Government officials shut it down. The guy was never heard from again. Just went off the face of the fucking earth. Shit you not. Look it up, dude.
Yeah.
This
I believe it, dude.
This mayor just went off the face of the earth. And there was a whole conspiracy like he cheated on his wife, this and that. The guy was never seen from again.
Yeah.
And then it came clean that, like, dude, no, he was looking into these caves he found under his city. And you're not allowed to look down there.
Right.
You know, it's like, I love the what ifs in life.
Oh, yeah.
The what ifs are what keep. It's the
keep me going,
dude. It is, dude. It's a childish imagination in me, man.
There's some serious
like that magic could still be real. Like not magic, but like just the what ifs. What if there is something that we don't know about yet?
Yeah.
You know, like if we're not looking for that, if we're not thriving for that, man, then what the fuck we doing here?
I get that for space. I get that for travel. Travel is really fun in that way. But dude, no, I think you're onto some seriously cool stuff because you know what's also a funny connection between the whole reptilian thing and and humans is that there's a lot of things that the human brain produces that only really affect reptiles. Like for instance, the pineal gland only secretes certain hormones that only reptiles use. Melatonin is one of them. Now we kind of use it, but not to the extent that you would think, according to certain data now. In fact, like supplementing melatonin isn't really very good for you. It can actually really suppress like testosterone production and stuff. And and women.
I used to take melatonin to fall asleep every night. 'Cause I used to work night shift.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. To get to sleep out of work at 7 a.m. I would have to take melatonin to trick my brain.
Yeah.
The sun's coming up. My body, my mind is recognizing the sunrise as, hey, time to get going. Yeah. So I had to take like vast amounts of melatonin for months to just trick my mind to think, no, it's night. Blackout curtains and all, man.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But there's a weird similarity.
You become a fucking different type of person when that happens.
Oh yeah, dude. I worked third shift once for a week in my life, and that sucked.
It only takes a week to do it.
It only takes, dude. It was awful.
I literally met
the wrong
Ian
9
on
to 5.
third shift at a factory.
No
back
way.
In the day. Yeah.
What at that wire company?
No.
Polymer molding, dude. Yeah.
Shit.
Dude, like literally, he'd be in the machine next to me, and we weren't allowed to speak. You couldn't walk outside and look at them, so he would send me little paper airplanes with like messages on it and send it through my chute. I shit you not. And it would be like a little paper airplane through my part chute. I'm like, what the fuck? What's up, dude? What's up, Ian? He's like, hey man.
That's hilarious.
That's how I met that guy, dude.
Dude, the thing I miss about the work that I would do back before I was like a trainer, and this is sort of related but not really, to like it was manual labor, you know what I mean? It was painting, and it was so fun, the kind of banter and shit talking, because it was like any work that doesn't require like constant mental and like because I work with people, so like that you don't have any like you can't plug in some
Yeah,
headphones.
dude. I mean, I you have my blessing for that
Yeah.
because I
No, I'm
don't
saying
think
it
I
was
could do
fun.
it, man.
It was funner. It was funner the other way.
Oh
Like there was
yeah,
the shit
no, I believe
talking
it.
and the
Yeah.
ball
But like
busting.
doing what you do now,
Oh,
I
man.
couldn't do it because I've worked construction. I work in warehouse now.
Yeah.
Like I've done it all, and my favorite things are when you're just construction. It's a fucked up crew to work with.
Yeah.
But when you're in that crew, dude,
Yeah.
it's like something
Well, it's very.
something else. You
I
know?
think it's really zen to do manual labor because you don't have to think about like when I was like we repainted the place at where I work, and I helped out with the painting, and it was nice to kind of just focus on what you were doing. And you let your mind wander. You could listen to something, listen to music. You know what I mean? Like
right.
like you kind of had your freedom, your mental freedom back. And there's a lot that's lost when you all of a sudden get into anything that's fucking PR. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with anybody or that kind of stuff is just crazy. I can't imagine being on the phone all the time. Imagine those kind of people who are taking calls and making calls.
That's
all
my
day?
that's my girlfriend. She's a staffing recruiter.
Oh, it sucks.
It's like her job is to either deal with clients looking for jobs or deal with clients looking for people for jobs.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like I couldn't fucking do it.
Yeah. It's
You
too,
know,
it's
you're
too much.
she's in
Especially over the
constant
phone.
like her only job is being constant contact with somebody.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
Nope. Like I like doing my thing.
Right,
You
exactly,
know?
exactly, and you get the benefit of that when you're doing anything like manual or working with equipment. I would assume. I don't know
Yeah.
how your job is.
Yeah,
but
it's
assuming
just
you're not dealing with, like,
it's just a
customers.
warehouse
Yeah.
job, you know.
Yeah.
So like I hop on a forklift, unload my trucks, and just
Yeah.
do my thing. You know, when people come at me asking dumb questions,
And
I
you just
I'm
knock
like,
them out.
Yeah, you know,
Just
just
a
fucking
quick 360.
Yeah,
just
takes the head off.
elbow,
a heel to the
one
nose.
knee, a
One
fucking
heel to the
quick
nose
jab
always
with
shuts them
a
up.
shank to the nutsack.
Well, that's the mic on Xbox coming out. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it.
There he is.
All right, get the Patreon going.
Yeah, let's go.
Because
This is
mic
rated
on
R.
the mic
Yeah,
is
yeah.
coming out.
Mic on the mic. That's right. Mic on the mic at night.
Mic check. Mic check.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, dude, I don't get any more angry than we're playing fucking
Dude,
Rocket League.
I feel like you're gonna throw your controller at the TV, and then you're gonna start yelling.
Dude,
Okay.
I try snapping it sometimes. You can't hear that, but I go
no,
like this.
I have heard it because then there's like, and you hear just that, and like 5 seconds silence. Mike just went off his mic just to,
Dude, I'm a fucking teapot, short and stout, bro. I'm just like blowing my whistle, like that's the fucking crescendo.
That wasn't
It's
that
when
wasn't
when it
even
gets way too quiet.
intentional. That
Yeah.
was just him bursting at the seams.
Yeah,
The anger can't come out of his pores anymore, so
Yeah.
he's just.
When my controller dies, it's because I bend it too much, and it literally does turn the controller
And
off.
I broke the batteries again.
Yeah, the batteries fall
I
out.
used to have this buddy back like this is like PlayStation 2 was like just out. He'd get so pissed off at the game. He'd be playing at the computer.
Yeah,
He literally had a cord on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
He'd rip it out and he'd throw it across the room. Have a
yes.
temper tantrum. I'm like, dude,
Dude,
I gotta go.
Like,
Why am
bro,
still
I
over this
can't
kid's
hang out
house?"
with you anymore.
Dude,
man.
I would when I started.
My mom says you're a bad influence.
Yeah, I have a terrible like I delete games all the time. Like that game I was playing on my phone, deletes make me too mad, and it's so true, dude. But I grew up in a time where shit was hard to break.
Yeah.
For example, a television
They were
back when we
huge.
grew up, they were made out of glass.
They weighed like
I
50
would
pounds.
fucking punch the
Oh
thing.
my
It would go like this. Pink.
You'd punch your
Yeah,
TV?
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
square in the
I
middle.
would-
Break your
I would
hand?
never fucking.
Oh, dude,
I
I'd
was
get
always
so
too
mad.
afraid. Like that thing might fucking electrocute
Oh no
me,
no
man.
no no, dude! Listen, this
No, I
wasn't
wasn't
a,
afraid
this
of
wasn't a
nothing.
fucking. This
I
wasn't.
was just
listen,
angry.
This
Cathode
wasn't a fucking
TV.
LCD fucking thing that you could probably snap with your knee. I'm talking with a
Yeah, yeah,
Bluetooth,
I know,
a
dude.
fucking glass
Dude.
TV. It would be tink.
Dude, when I was
It fucking hurt my
when
hand
I was
bad.
19,
Surprised you didn't
I
break it.
still
I almost
at
did.
19 I still had an old box TV with a VCR and a DVD
Yeah, yeah.
player attached.
That was when I
Oh,
first
yeah,
started
yeah.
playing Halo
and
2.
I was
It's a
12
12-inch.
19 at the time. People come over like, why do you have the TV? I'm like, bro, it's got a VCR and a DVD player.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know you
And
were
a TV
Get
player.
with it. It's
like
it's called the
VCR
future, bro.
and
It's called the
Right,
future,
right.
bro.
Get with it. Go back to the future, bro.
Yeah, dude. It literally weighs 60 pounds, but dude, get in the fucking.
Try stealing
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
You can't. It will not move.
No, but seriously, I've been trying to move it into the living room and I can't.
Yo, can you help?
Yeah, can you help? That's why we're here, actually.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember
The
getting
dolly.
my first personal TV.
Yeah.
Like off the side of the road, and it was one of those big ones, like that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
like you mean the
yeah.
box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had picked it by myself. It wasn't. I don't think it was like the standalone one where it had wheels in the bottom, but it was like you could pick it up. It had handles.
Yeah.
For neck. But I was like maybe 90 pounds
Yeah.
because I was really little as a teenager. And I'm bringing this up in the second floor. I'm like, I could drop this and it could go flying down the stairs, and I'm pretty sure I'd break the stairs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
they're so
no
heavy that
doubt.
it's sketchy to fucking move them. It was so big,
Yeah.
it was sketchy to move them. Like,
See, that's
and
the shit back in the
actually,
day.
mine, even the one I had that I was talking about, where I go pink, I had a big ass scratch on it because it was dropped.
Yeah.
It fell on
Yeah,
cement.
It doesn't break it. Doesn't break it.
Nothing.
dude.
Don't break very
No, that's
easy.
what like when if you'd move, your dad would call like 3 of his buddies. Are like, hey, all I need is move my TV.
You got a boom?
Everything else I got under control,
Yeah.
but my TV I
Yeah.
need help with.
Dude, well, some of them were that big. You're
Oh,
right
yeah.
about that, though.
Yeah,
because they
dude.
had a projected, like, we had a huge, like, it had a flat screen, but it wasn't
piss
thin.
you off.
Oh.
dude.
What?
Another
What?
One. Another one.
Piss number 2, bro. It's been 4 minutes.
Yeah, we gotta get a count on this. How many times can we
It's
try and
been
go to the
4 minutes,
bathroom?
bro.
Whew.
That's crazy. This guy, man. We're gonna have to keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the Flood, Ian's band, playing. Actually, do you guys have like any links or anything like a
No, we
social?
don't have anything set
Any
up
handle?
yet.
You
Right
should
now
make a
we're
fucking Instagram.
we're recording right now, so
Yeah.
we're mostly focused on that. We could make an Instagram, but we gotta figure out the
Well, follow
graphic
Ian
first.
on Instagram,
Yeah,
anyways, if you listen.
Follow me. I'm on private though. so.
Yeah, you really down for this hike, bro? Dude, you are. You got some boots or something?
I mean, hiking boots? No.
Boots of any kind?
Yeah, steel toe.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Dude, that's
It's gonna
gonna
be
a pain
tough,
in
but
the
it'll
ass.
happen.
Yeah, I'm not wearing steel
Or
toe boots.
sneakers,
I'm fucking-
or
Yeah,
sneakers.
there's some
Here,
sneakers
bring
all
this
around.
in. Bring this in. Let's.
I got some Skechers. My fucking hair tie broke, dude. So now I got
Dude, you know what? You're a dad now, so you gotta get New Balance.
New Balances.
Those are fucking expensive, bro. I thought
suspenders,
about
bro.
it.
You gotta start watching football.
You gotta start mowing the lawn with white shoes.
Yeah,
No, dude, 'cause I wear blacks on the lawn. They still get fucked
like
up, dude.
blue jeans.
Yeah. Like
Tucking blue jeans.
Like,
You guys are
Borderline-
fucking like attacking me.
borderline white
Shit, man.
jeans.
I thought
They
I
have,
thought
like,
I was a
some
good
tint of blue
dad
in there.
until I
Yeah.
came here, and you're
Yeah.
like, no, man. You
And
gotta step your dad
well,
game
you gave
up.
us time to conspire here.
Yeah, apparently it was a
because
fucking mistake.
Every time you cut this guy, you gotta pee.
Now that you mentioned it.
Watch you go. He takes a sip. He goes, 1 sec.
We're gonna have to get a counter up in the
Yeah, I gotta
corner.
pee. Dude, literally, we went. Where the hell were we? How the hell did we pull over on the side of the road? Because I feel like we just stopped to
left
go
his
pee.
show.
Yeah, you peed. Didn't you pee at the show?
Probably like
Yeah,
5
you did.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy
Well,
went-
dude,
every time
okay.
I see this guy,
Dude,
walk
you
to the
might have
bathroom.
Gonorrhea?
Gonorrhea.
Is that what it's telling
Dude,
you
you might have
were
gonorrhea.
going for?
I think that's what it
Because-
is.
So
Isn't
like,
it?
because
What's
it
the-
sounds like you might be a goner.
You might
Just
be,
sit on the
dude. You
toilet.
could have pancreatic cancer, bro.
Oh,
That's not
don't
a.
fuck around with that, bro.
Yeah.
Don't put
You're
in the
gonna get
fucking.
canceled.
Mike,
Listen.
you just put in the fucking
Yeah.
universe. I swear
I
to
didn't
God,
put- listen.
if I get diagnosed, I'm suing you. And
You
this is
said it.
this is
Dude,
video
well,
proof.
Honestly, what if I save your life though? And then they go, "Hey, if you didn't come in sooner, you would have been dead." You're like, "Hey,
now
check
I
me.
feel like I gotta make a dog's
Get a
appointment.
checkup, bro."
Where's my pancreas? I don't even.
I don't
fucking
even know. They'll find it. They'll find your pancreas.
Guys,
Not your pancreas.
guys,
No,
guys.
not your pancreas. I'm sorry.
You
Your-
said pancreas.
Yo, dude, not your pancreas. I'm tired. What the hell is it called?
My
I'm not a
colon.
doctor.
Your
so.
your other one. You know, when the one you can reach
My-
through the
my
anus?
prostate.
Oh,
Prostate.
Dude, don't, dude. You know if you get prostate
Yo, you gotta
cancer,
get-
Men
finger.
get that shit.
yeah,
Easy.
obviously, because men
No.
have a prostate.
You gotta go
Oh,
to the
women don't have
doctors
a
and get
prostate?
No,
fingered, bro.
Really?
Women, the prostate's your G spot, bro.
No way.
Dude, you should
never
go.
heard-
Is this real?
You should
You
go.
never heard milking the prostate?
No,
I
I've
don't know
heard
why
it.
I'm making the
I've heard it, but
finger.
I've never
I
heard
didn't
it.
making
know.
the finger movement over here.
Yo, what do you
Men
watch?
only had a prostate.
Dude.
Hey, I found out the other day dogs can have a period.
What?
Yeah,
Like girl dogs have their period like once a month.
Never knew that.
yeah.
Or twice a year, sorry, not once a month. Like
No,
twice a
my
year.
mom's little chihuahua, Tina, when she goes in heat,
When she gets her period,
Yeah.
does she have to wear a
it's
diaper and shit?
disgusting. I mean, she should, but she doesn't bleed that much. But
Oh.
the first time it happened, it was terrifying. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Never heard of this.
Dude, I didn't either. And well, you have a boy dog.
I like it.
And my
Yeah, if he
cousin,
starts,
my
bleeding,
cousin
if he
has a
starts
girl dog.
bleeding from the crotch, man, then
Yo.
call it.
Is that
Call
only
it.
It's
they're
not a
not fixed?
period.
Yeah, it's not a period.
Is that only when they're not fixed, or is if they are?
When they're not fixed.
Okay, then yeah, that's why I never knew.
Mm.
Yeah.
No,
I
they
had
can still,
female
it can
dogs.
still
Yeah,
happen
those
when
are
they're
fixed.
fixed because Tina's
No,
fixed.
no. Well, I don't think it can.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
know, but supposedly it's
I
less
guess-
or I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's less, but yeah, but it's
Yeah.
dude,
I
it's
don't know.
you think you know about shit, man.
Yeah,
There's a whole
until it
universe
happens,
out
dude.
there,
You don't
man.
know. You don't know.
You don't.
I don't feel like looking it up.
The
either.
point of this podcast is
It's
to
just-
tell you
well,
guys
that's-
you don't know
Nobody
shit.
fucking knows shit.
You don't. That's why you're
Um,
listening.
And if
It's
you
to
think
learn
you know,
something.
you're fucked.
Well, you're listening to the wrong podcast to learn
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we don't know either.
Dude, honestly though, that is a
I'm
big conundrum. People fucking think they know so much, and then really, if you really break it down to like the objective, it's like, yo, you're a fucking monkey wearing clothes on a ball, flying through space, and like people go into, you're fired. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah.
shit that's happening. and,
no,
like,
legit, though.
literally though, objectively, it's like, what is even happening right now? If you want to go that deep.
Right, dude,
Nobody
we
wants to
can,
go
we
that
can get
deep, though.
deep. We can
Nobody
go,
wants
we,
to go
we,
that
can, we can be like Joe
We got
Rogan and drop
tricked
some
into
mushrooms on a
working-
podcast.
And yeah,
then
have a
that's
5 hour.
Patreon episode. We'll drop mushrooms.
Yeah.
Dude, we got tricked into a system that makes us work and produce
Yeah.
things that we sell to other people for more money than
Right.
we make an hour. And
It's not
Mhm.
completely needless because that is like helpful for economy,
is it?
but it sucks to be like on the low
What's
scale.
economy?
Oh, no,
What-
see, I'm on the
what's so
lo- I'm
important
on-
about an economy?
Well,
Things-
food
I'm on the
and
low
water,
scale,
We
like
can do that.
shelter.
We can
It's-
do
it
that without
sucks,
money.
dude. Because at
Not
my
if you want an
job,
iPhone.
my
Not if you want an
job's
I
a
iPhone.
don't
job
want an
someone
iPhone.
has
I have
to
an
do.
Android.
All right, not if you want an Android. What'd you say?
see, my job is a job someone has to do, and it fucking sucks to be the guy to do it.
Yeah.
It does. Like, hey, you like heating and cooling in your
Right.
house? You guys, your contractors need parts.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the guy to supply them.
Yeah,
It fucking sucks. I'm the asshole to do it.
right.
But it's like it could always be worse.
True.
You know what I
And-
mean? It fucking could.
Well, that's really the biggest
know,
like point.
But it's sad that's our go-to to be happy nowadays.
no, it's
Is
not.
that is that
No,
it
but
could
listen,
be it could be worse.
Think about this though.
You know?
You're living in the top 1% of the world. Like it is easy to look down on yourself and be like, yo, yeah, things could be better, and look up. But you have to. What I
Yeah,
tell people
yeah,
all the
you're
time
right, you're right.
is that the bottom is way lower
Yeah.
from where you
you're
are now
right.
to the top. Because really, the only difference between you and Jeff Bezos is that
Is
okay,
a few billion dollars.
yeah, right, exactly. But you know what that really provides
A lot.
overall? Just more things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay,
I mean,
sure.
I mean,
you could speculate.
truthfully, like being like I don't want to
Right.
sound like I hate bringing up being a father and shit,
Yeah.
but like being a dad now, money, it would only do me so much good for my kids,
Right.
And I would not give them anything. Honest
Yeah.
to God, if I hit the jackpot tomorrow, my
Yeah.
kids would not get a single cent. They'd be raised the same way they are now. They'd get what they
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
And you're still gonna get the same toys I've always bought you from Target.
exactly.
You know what I mean? When you turn 16, you're gonna get a job and you're gonna work for your car.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna buy you fucking $800 Lamborghini
Yeah.
because I can. It's like, no, fuck that, man.
But it's
And
crazy.
that's where we're living though. But things like that's
Yeah.
what shows everyone around us. But they get that. Why can't I have that? And then you get
Yeah.
jealous, and my kids get raised in that jealousy point of view, and
Yeah.
it's
Well, it's why it's good to
ongoing
recognize that
cycle,
it's
man.
jealousy and be like, okay, well, this is bullshit, and it's not good to think that way. Because like, it's better to almost try your best to find a way to be happy for that person. And the best
Yeah.
way usually is recognizing that that could be you too.
yeah,
It's just you don't want it bad enough. Most of the time, the people who got what they have, if it's more than what you have, it's
Mm-hmm.
because they wanted to get there as much as they needed to fucking breathe. And if you're
Yeah.
not at that point in your life mentally, and you're not getting from where you are now to where you might want to be, it's because you don't want to get there so bad that it's as important as breathing.
Mm-hmm.
And
thing-
it's easy to forget
I mean, there's the one thing
the
is that
amenities in life.
I believe is that at some point in their life,
Yeah.
years before you made this decision of feeling down and out by yourself,
Yeah,
they made the decision years ago to better themselves.
yeah,
You know, that's what it comes down to. When you were both 20 years old, 21 years old, they made dedication
yeah.
to give up the next 15 years of their lives
Right.
to be up here.
Yeah, yeah.
And you took the next 15 years of your life doing this and that,
Yeah.
and living a good lifestyle.
Exactly.
So now that you're here, you cannot be mad or at them for giving up their everything
Right.
to reach where they are.
Because they missed out.
That's
You
what
know
I
what I
look.
mean?
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
It
it's
really
so
depends on how you value money or
Yeah, value,
experience.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just value in general. It's
And-
very
yeah,
subjective.
no, and
Yeah.
I would take my memories and my life over money
Right.
every day of the week.
Would you? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would you go? Oh, I wish I could not have my kid and have $1 billion instead.
Fuck,
Like that's
not
some
even a
weird
thought.
shit.
Not
Yeah, it's
even a
never
thought, dude.
And so some people never get to have those real profound
The thing is,
experiences.
there's a billionaire out there who will never have a kid
yeah.
for whatever God knows reason, for medical
Yeah.
or religious, whatever. He can never have a child.
Plus, you have to think about
and
the
then,
ceiling.
that can be something that he could see me down the street one day walking with my
Right.
daughters, and he's more jealous of me
right.
than I ever could be of him.
And you know what's
You know what I
another
mean?
really crazy thing? It's easy to forget too. Is the ceiling of what constitutes happiness or joy. Now,
Mhm.
for us, playing Rocket League, maybe doing this, maybe
Yeah.
maybe doing some bowling, that's fun.
Yeah,
Do you
simple
think that's
shit,
fun
man.
to somebody like Jeff Bezos? Dude, he would
you
be
could buy, like, 10 of
depressed.
those.
He'd be so depressed on some
Yeah.
on
That's
minor
sad, bro.
minor things that are really great. Then like you could go, for example, I just went to the zoo and
Bro,
looked
I
at
buy
animals. You know what I mean? That was,
I buy a Snickers bar.
Well,
yeah, it's like
I'm
yes, that's what I'm
psyched
saying.
about
So
it.
like the simple
You
things
know?
end up losing their
Yeah.
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 value.
No,
Can-
truthfully,
'cause
man.
think about it, Jeff Bezos or whoever, some
yeah,
rich person.
yeah. Dan Belzerian,
yeah,
that
you-
fucking guy.
I
you could
fucking
buy you could buy
despise that
10
man.
zoos and you can go to them and then you're like, all right, now I'm bored of this.
Right.
And
Well,
you
that's-
can go do this and you've just worn out
Right.
the experience and the value. Of
It's
doing
almost
those
the
Right.
definition
would you
of
rather, Would you rather
depression.
go to a movie
Yeah.
theater and watch a movie or own a movie theater and
He
watch a movie
can't-
whenever you want?
In other
Yeah.
words,
The
somebody
beauty of a movie theater is the experience of going to the
Right.
movie theater.
Yeah,
You know, if you own it, what the fuck? What's the beauty in that?
Yeah. Or if you
Yeah.
buy every seat because you're like, I don't want to be with the peasants.
Yeah,
Right.
the point is that at some point there's no way he can have fun unless there's like 100 models. He's on a speedboat, on an airplane,
Even
all
that'll
at the
lose
same
its
time.
value, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like he has to push so far
Mm-hmm.
to have fun that he'll end up the
Yeah, I
individual
mean-
could end up resorting to drugs just to get fun.
Yeah.
Just
I mean-
just to get some sort of
Joy.
endorphins
Yeah.
fucking
That's why you
flooding
see, like,
your
all
brain,
these,
man.
like, not all of them, but like celebrities like that do end up killing themselves. Like they've lived out like everything that they could do, and now
Yeah.
they're like, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so that's kind of an interesting thought because then you realize at the extent of that, then you're like, shit, really what you want to do is really most people I think just want to have a good meal or something, you know what I mean? Something very, very simple because we romanticize happiness as being a lifestyle. But it's not. It's a fleeting emotion, and you can only take it in for just a little bit. So if you're not present-minded, it doesn't matter what it is or who you are. Anybody can experience it, and that's where like wealth becomes extremely distorted. And you might look at this Jeff Bezos type of guy,
Right.
this Dan Bilzerian, and be like, "This guy's having a good life," but really, he's having the life he's having. But it's very subjective
Yeah, like
to think.
if you didn't see
it's
that guy
perfect.
when he's in his bedroom alone
Yeah,
on a Tuesday night with
right,
nobody around him,
right. Or
How does
everybody
that- how
around
did-
him, or
how-
everybody
yeah,
around.
yeah,
He could be
exactly,
completely
exactly,
alone
exactly.
with people.
Yep.
But how does that man feel in that moment?
Yeah.
Probably worse than you've ever felt in your entire life.
Could be.
But you look past that because of what he shows off.
Exactly.
You know
and
what I
that's
mean?
and that's the syndrome I reference from just hearing like Alan Watts talk about it and some other philosophers. It's like it's when you confuse money with wealth. It's very similar to confusing the menu with the dinner. It's a big
Mm.
fucking difference. You can sit there and chew on the menu all you'd like, but that's not really going to get you what you want. You know what I mean? So
Right,
if you're
right.
valuing your wealth and your well-being solely off of your wealth, or rather, yeah, solely off of your
Mhm.
monetary wealth, then you're going to be disappointed always because it's never going to be enough.
Yeah, you'll always want
Yeah.
more. You're
Yeah.
greedy.
Yeah.
It's a common fact that you, no matter who you think you are, you hit $1 million, you get fucking
Right.
greedy.
And then so think about then the opposite side of the spectrum. You have people who have never seen a paved road or anywhere that you can actually collect clean water. And that's
Mm.
like a staggering amount of people. That's on this planet. It's not a
That's
fictional
fucking
thing.
heavy.
That
Jesus
right.
Christ,
That's not
man.
that's not a fictional thing. That's
No,
like
no, not at
there's
all.
only 350
Like
million.
I'm not
Right.
laughing as
No, no,
as
it is
disrespect.
hilarious. It's comedic.
just like
it really is though. It's such a staggering proportion that it's
it's like
fucking
I
comedic.
laugh at a nervousness. Like fuck, man.
So I was telling somebody-
don't put myself in those shoes enough.
Right. And if
to
you did,
realize, like,
you'd be
fuck,
like,
man,
you'd
like-
be so stoked to have a fucking shirt and a hat on
Yeah,
right now.
to be
You'd
at
like,
my
"Yo,
job.
you got a phone in your
busting
pocket.
my ass. Like fuck, man. I'm at work making money.
Right.
To go home for a house.
You are
that I
living
pay for. It's like,
somebody's
what?
fucking
Yeah.
dream. You really are, and you wouldn't know it. You really
Oh,
are.
exactly.
Because there's people
that's
who
the
would
fucked
love
up part about greed.
to have a fucking
know?
home, to have food, to have shelter, transportation, these types of things, and we'll take it for granted because somebody has a fucking speedboat and a private jet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who really fucking cares?
Hey, who needs that?
Right.
What am I gonna do with that?
I mean, it's if you really want it, but the beauty is if you really want it,
My
you
daughter's
can.
not
you,
even my youngest daughter's
Yeah.
not even a year and a half. I
Right.
can't put her on a fucking
But no,
on a
so
private
so
jet.
so I was actually having this conversation. I was like uplifting myself, kind of thinking about it, because when you really go through all the amenities that a
Mhm.
well-established sedentary civilization provides, like the United States, for example, there's plenty of other countries that have it, but you can travel with the roads. You can. I mean, it sounds so dumb to kind of just say it like that. Like, what do you mean?
No,
Of course you can.
no.
But dude, not everywhere has a
Yeah,
place.
because
you can
it's
get
second
water.
nature to ourselves.
You can
Yeah.
shower.
That's the thing, is that we're so used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, in comparison to a country or a nation or
Yeah.
whatever, a village that has no clean water or like great
Mm-hmm.
housing, being homeless in the United States is honestly probably
Oh,
than
yeah.
1,000
lifestyle.
times better.
Yeah.
You
As long
have
as you don't
you
live-
have a,
unless
hun-
you're
you have
not-
a
if you're
100
not a dr-
places
Yeah.
in that city to go
Well,
to at least get a meal.
If you've
Yeah.
seen
once a
Into the
week, you
Wild,
know?
that was really kind of where I had the first
yeah.
Oh,
insight
yeah,
to that. I go,
yeah.
you know what? If you really had the aptitude to just live on your own and be homeless, you could. The problem with a lot of homeless people is like the drug thing, so that makes it a lot different. But
it really
that's
depends on how
Dude,
you
shout out
do
Chris
things.
McCandless. Because
Yeah.
that did the way that man went down is the saddest way to ever go.
Christopher McCandless, Supertramp, for the guy from Into the
Oh,
Wild.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They
They removed his bus.
did last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because people kept going to it and like getting hurt or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it really, that movie did a great justice into what it's like. Because I've been kind of daydreaming lately about like doing a road trip across country, getting like a no plan van or something like that. I'd really like to do that
I
in
can
my
see
life.
you doing it, man. Fuck it. I mean, like it
Yeah.
sounds self-stable. Like it sucks having kids in a sense that
Yeah.
like fuck, man. Like
You could still do
I
it with them.
can't
I know
do
somebody who did it
things
with
that
2
I
kids.
want to do.
Yeah.
Pretty
You can do it
much,
too.
yeah.
Well, because here's the
In the
thing. What do you
summer, in the
what's
summer.
holding what?
Yeah.
Like think about the
Well,
structure.
jobs.
Well, yeah, but summer. You have a summer school. Or sorry, not summer school. Summer vacation.
Yeah.
So that's the time that'll allow them to come out if that's all
Yeah,
you
but
need
the thing
is
is
time.
the income
Yeah, that
is the
exactly.
is a
Become a teacher.
big thing.
No.
Then you
no.
get summers off.
Oh, yeah.
That's not true.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
that
guess in
is-
some cases, but some people do.
See, people believe that teachers have like summers off. But
Yeah.
you gotta remember, you have a whole year ahead of you.
I'll teach
Yeah.
what I did last
That you
year.
need to fucking no, because you get constant backlash from the school systems. That this is what you gotta teach. You need certificates for this, and this.
Right.
Like my girlfriend's oldest sister is a teacher for East Long Meadow schools,
Yeah.
and it's constant just work. Like
Mhm.
you need to learn this to teach them this, and she's like, I don't
Yeah.
want to teach my kids that. They don't learn that way.
Well,
right.
the
You
overall
know,
point. The overall point
Yeah, no,
is
no, I
that
get-
it
I
can
get-
work, and it's crazy because you wouldn't think it, and you would kind of, cling to the social structure of life, and that
But the thing-
everybody has been sort of
The
conditioned
things
to
I
a
want
sedentary.
to believe it
Yeah.
it can work for a select few.
Not right now, maybe.
That's the-
Right
that's
now
the
is not
thing.
the time. They're thinking
Yeah.
about it in the now, which is
But and if you're talking about monetary value,
yeah,
it is that would involve me and my girlfriend
saving
leaving
money.
our jobs.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and that's us working for an RV in a sense,
Mhm.
which will cost probably 60, 80 grand.
who knows? Yeah,
You know what I
something
mean?
like that.
Around that price
Yeah.
range. As much as a good down payment on a house.
Right.
Who needs a house? Get the RV.
To
Well,
And
there's
then
different
we-
ways
then
to
we-
travel.
yeah.
You don't have
Oh,
to do
yeah.
it just like that. Yeah, don't. Yeah, that's the extreme of the example.
But the thing, no, like I respect
Yeah.
like
The insight towards the
dream
possibility.
towards it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like that it's there.
In other
but
words,
when
understanding it's more
when
possible.
you're, it's almost like so you're on that end of the table. I'm on this
Yeah.
end. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like when you're there, and you have your kids in front of you.
Yeah.
You know all these dreams that you wish could be a possibility.
Mhm.
They aren't as realistic
Right.
when they're there in front of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
And it's truthfully having
Yeah.
kids, it brings you to a lot of sad realizations. It
Yeah.
does, truthfully. Like like fuck, man, I want to do this.
well, it's I'm sure a
I
harrowing
want to do
experience.
that. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
like like I don't want to treat my kids like a burden, but
Mhm.
there are always things I wish I could
Well,
have
it's a
done,
responsibility.
which I could
It's a
do.
responsibility.
Like I want to go skydiving again, but truthfully, I'm scared shitless,
Dude, we didn't get to go skydiving.
Yeah, which pisses me
Eventually.
off because I was
Yeah.
gonna live vicariously through you guys because I fucking can't because I have kids now.
Oh,
And if I
God.
go down, the first time you guys wanted to go was on Father's Day,
Yeah.
and literally I told
And
Sarah,
then it was Summer's birthday.
I told Sarah, I'm like, I cannot go skydiving on fucking Father's Day because every year after that, they're like, yeah, I hate Father's Day. Why? Well, my dad jumped off a fucking plane and died on Father's Day. You know?
Dude,
And then-
the likelihood of dying on there.
But then the next day is Summer's birthday. So
The
I'm like,
next-
dude, it's even
yeah, weekend,
worse. I'm like,
yeah.
dude, I can't go on her birthday. It's like, I hate my birthday because.
Yeah. Where's my dad?
Yeah.
All right, let's fucking wrap this thing up. It's been an hour and a half.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
And plus my eight,
Yeah, you
eight,
got, like,
8-minute
12
piss breaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
10, yeah, a couple piss,
Piss
breaks.
breaks.
Shave that off. It's probably been about 10 minutes.
About
All the
that.
piss breaks.
Give or take a few.
After I
you know?
edit this. Oh god, I'm gonna have to find all those. But yeah, man.
Patreon.
Patreon. Well,
Shameless
thanks for
plug.
coming on. Yeah, check out the Patreon and look forward to more episodes. We're gonna be getting into it and having.
Yo,
fun
we'll
and
get a Rocket League
getting
episode on
fucking
there.
Rocket League episode. Dude, we
Of
really
Rocket
should.
League.
I will.
That would
dude,
be
I
sick.
will.
That'd be
I
sick,
would,
dude.
but Brian's too good for me. I can't play.
Yeah,
Hey,
You're
Mike's
not
in
on
platinum
enough.
now too.
I am in platinum.
So
now.
don't
You're not
put him-
platinum yet.
Dude, I've played. Like
But we
maybe
played together
I
last
played,
night.
Like twice this.
No, we
month.
didn't play last night together, did we?
Yeah, how did he get in it? Because when you're in on it,
Yeah.
he gets in.
It's because Mike sucks.
Maybe I'm probably less in the platinum.
He's-
it
he's-
teeters gold and
he
platinum.
evens it
sometimes.
out.
Dude, no, I'm
Half, man.
secure in the platinum league though. Anyways, if y'all play Rocket League, get at me
Yeah.
because we rage hard.
No, but in all honesty, dude, like any viewers, listeners, support
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Like,
So
keep
you'll
him
see.
doing
I'm gonna
this,
make
man.
like a clip it advertisement, whatever, and we'll try to have fun with it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see where it goes. I'm gonna see if I can sort of procure a liture of
Pay him
independence of my own.
$20 and you can be a guest.
No, not even.
That's what
I'll
I
reach
did.
out. I'll phone in some people. And shout out to Delbeck9 because he might also be a rotating host. I know Ian's a busy guy because he's also in a sick band. But we're going to make
Oh,
it work.
yeah,
We're going to
dude.
figure
Shout
it
out
out.
to the flood.
To the flood,
Fuck
dude.
yeah, man.
Hell yeah, guys. But thanks again for coming on,
Oh, dude,
Brian.
always a pleasure, man.
And we'll catch you fuckers later. Peace.